Good morning and welcome to Smell the Coffee on this beautiful Thursday morning. Now today I have another guest presenter with me in studio. This is Shafa the Goat. Shafa, how are you doing?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So later on we're going to talk about some of the exciting projects that you have. But before we get into that, this is Smell the Coffee, so we like to discuss the less serious stories, the stories that bring us laughter and joy, and sometimes just some bizarre news that makes you go, what and how? Are you excited?
Quite excited.
Or are you nervous?
You look nice, by the way.
Thank you so much. I dressed up because I knew we're having the goat with us in studio today. So I had to, also bring my goat status. All right, now, starting off our stories, right? It's a video that is actually quite concerning. So let's rather take a look at that one first, and then we can discuss it.
Tributes Tuesday for Nelson Mandela. Trouble is, the interpreter for the deaf got the messages wrong. At worst, he was signing gibberish. Today, Tamsanqa Yankee says he suffered hallucinations.
I see angels come to the stadium. And immediately I see angels come to the stadium, I start realizing that the problem is here.
Yankee says he is being treated for mental illness, and his episodes have happened before.
Sometimes I will react violent on that place. Sometimes I will see like things like chasing me, and then I was in a very difficult position.
Yet he was hired and accredited to stand right next to world leaders. The South African government won't say who hired him or checked his credentials. The company he allegedly worked for has disappeared.
On behalf of the family,
or why only one interpreter had to translate up to 17 tributes over 4 hours. That would tax anyone.
So I'm sure you guys remember Yankees. That was Yankees. But now, a repeat of Yankees' situation, except this time it's not him. People with hearing loss tuning into a news conference about the arrest of a suspected serial killer in Florida got a message of gibberish as they watched an American Sign Language interpreter. Tampa Police Department spokeswoman Janelle McGregor tells the Tampa Bay Times officials are conducting a review because they didn't request an interpreter for the November 28 news conference. Now, Police Chief Brian Dugan announced the arrest of 24-year-old Howell Donaldson III that day. Rachel Settembrino, who teaches sign language at the University of South Florida, says interpreter Delrin Roberts signed the following: 51 hours ago, 01222, indecipherable, murder, 3 minutes, in 14 weeks ago, in old, murder 45, 55,000, plea 10, arrest, murder Bush 3, age 24. This is what she signed. Now, according to the newspaper, Dugan was actually describing a timeline of the 4 deaths, noting that the police received more than 5,000 tips and the suspect was 24 years old. So let's take a look at this next clip.
It's happened again. Another sign language interpreter accused of signing total gibberish. This time it was at the police news conference announcing an arrest in the Tampa serial killings.
We will be charging 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Standing off to the side, apparently translating every word, this woman.
We received over 5,000 tips in this case.
But it turns out much of what she was signing was nonsense. She waved her arms around like she was singing Jingle Bells, says one outraged sign language expert. The woman, identified as Derlin Roberts, has a string of arrests for fraud. So how did she come to be translating at last week's high-profile police news conference?
I just didn't ask enough questions.
Tampa Police Public Information Officer Steve Hegarty told me the woman simply showed up out of the blue and offered her services.
My immediate reaction was, I didn't call for a sign language interpreter, but that's great that we have one here. I let her in.
Did this woman appear to know what she was doing?
To the untrained eye, and that would include mine, I didn't see any problems.
This latest embarrassment comes 3 months after it was revealed that the sign language interpreter at a Hurricane Irma news conference, also in Florida, made no sense.
The time to act is now.
Hegarty is summing up the latest goof.
We won't be using that woman again.
Cops say this was not a crime, but it was an ethical violation.
What are your thoughts?
I'm just thinking who the informant was and the method of snitching.
No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how this woman just rocked up and said, you know what, I can offer my services and I can interpret and I can sign. But she can't. And she's just signing nonsense. Again, just to go through what she actually signed. 51 hours ago, 0, 12, 22, murder, 3 minutes in 14 weeks ago. In old, murder, 4-5, 55,000. Plea 10, arrest, murder, Bush, 3, age 24. That's what she said. Imagine being someone deaf and you're tuning in to hear this very serious news report and you hear and this is what you understand.
But guys, she did at least say something.
No,
I'm just saying, like, it wasn't as if it wasn't like any words or anything like that.
it was indecipherable.
Yeah, but
If I came on right now to read the news, and then I say in the news tonight, 55,000 minutes, 12:22, 758, 14 murder plea, you'll be there like, what? Am I crazy or?
only the deaf people can speak for that. Like,
Oh my goodness, no. Honestly, guys, there are times where you must tell what you must name, but this is not one of those times.
on national television.
On national television, also to the Tampa police, how are you guys going to let somebody with a string of previous arrests just come and basically lie to people? So many people are tuned in trying to understand, huh? What are you saying? It's one thing if it were a not so serious report.
Yeah.
This is a very serious report. And this woman is just, you know what, I'm just vibing, la 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 la.
She's a goat.
You know what, Shafa? On that note, we'll take a quick ad break and come back and discuss some more top stories. We'll be right back.
Have you ever wondered why Grandma keeps her money under the mattress? And why is Angela uninsured? The Namibia Financial Inclusion Survey 2025 will help us find all the answers. From 6 October till the 4th of November 2025, the Namibia Statistics Agency teams in uniforms with tablets will visit homes across all 14 regions to learn about financial access, informal banking and saving habits. Email us at info@nsa.org.na or at 061 431 3200.
Now imagine being sentenced to death for doing a TikTok challenge. Well, this is what happened to popular Tanzanian TikToker Jennifer Joven. Let's take a look at that TikTok video that she posted.
Rais Samia ni watu wa hofu kwamba hakutakuwa na nywinywi wala nywinywi wala nywinywi, hakutakuwa na nywinywi wala nywinywi. Rais Samia nywinywi wala nywinywi.
So now the mother of popular Tanzanian TikToker Jennifer Joven, widely known as Nifa, has pleaded with President Samia Suluhu Hassan to forgive her daughter, who is facing treason-related charges. In an emotional appeal shared publicly, Mwanaisha Isaac, the mother of the social media personality, expressed regret over her daughter's actions and asked for leniency from the head of state. Now, she said, Shikamu Mama Rais Samia Suluhu, my name is Mwanaisha Isaac, a resident of Bukoba. I am the mother of Jennifer Joven, also known as Nifa. I beg for forgiveness on behalf of my daughter. I also did not like what she did, and I am asking for forgiveness on behalf of the entire family. My daughter is the breadwinner for the entire family. She loves you so much. We all depend on her, and we ask you to forgive her and forgive us, she added while sobbing. Nifa is among 22 individuals charged before a Tanzanian court in a case that has drawn wide public attention. She was arrested on October 27th and has been in custody since. According to court documents, she faces a separate charge of conspiracy to commit treason, while the other 21 accused have been charged with treason for allegedly destroying government property and infrastructure during unrest. A lawyer told the press in video seen by the Star that she was charged individually because she allegedly encouraged people to buy face masks to protect themselves from tear gas, an act the prosecution claims amounted to promoting resistance against state authorities. While she did not allegedly engage in violence herself, authorities argue that her actions contributed to mobilizing resistance against state security forces, which falls under the broad scope of Tanzanian treason law. Now, authorities have yet to issue an official response to the plea made by her mother or to comment on the progress made on the case. Niffer and her co-accused appeared in court on Friday when they were charged for the alleged offences alongside her co-accused. According to Tanzanian laws, persons charged with treason cannot be granted bail. So she said to her followers that they should buy masks to protect themselves from tear gas, and that is being seen as an act of treason. Other reports are saying it's because she was doing the Nywinywi challenge, which translates to something else, like translates to resistance against the government or something like that.
That challenge?
Yeah.
Bring home my phone. So I can deactivate my account.
Yeah, you need to deactivate your account. You cannot be doing
stuff like that in Tanzania.
Yeah.
Joe,
Yeah.
This is hectic.
So this basically means she is being sentenced to death.
To death?
Yes. It's being treated as treason. And she needs to basically, be put on the death penalty is what the government is saying.
But my question is like, did the government make this aware to everybody, or is this like a known thing, or is it just, something that just came out of the blue?
I honestly don't even know. Or where all of this is stemming from, but then this is why people are now protesting against the Tanzanian government and the Tanzanian president, because they're saying that even though she won the vote with 98%, there were protests, and it was one of those things where the two that were running against her were either disqualified or were jailed, or there was something. So she was basically the only person running.
In jail.
Yeah.
In jail.
So it's, guys, when you do these challenges, just be careful. Matter of fact, just stop doing challenges. Just
stop doing anything on
Stop
TikTok.
doing anything, okay? Just use TikTok to just watch videos. Leave it at that, because honestly speaking, but it's what I was saying, to say, in Namibia, we're so lucky.
Yeah.
We are so lucky because we don't have to constantly look over our shoulders like, oh my goodness, this video that I posted. Do you know how many people are on the internet talking trash and saying nonsense?
Yeah, but she was just, being a good person.
No, guys. Like, I honestly don't know. I think we don't realize how lucky we are. We really need to start counting our blessings. Nevertheless, in the next of our top stories, the African Union has endorsed a global campaign to end the use of the centuries-old Mercator map, arguing it distorts Africa's true size and continues to shape misleading perceptions about the continent's importance. Originally created in the 16th century for navigation, the Mercator projection stretches regions near the poles, making North America and Europe appear far larger while shrinking Africa and South America. AU Commission Deputy Chairperson Salma Malika Haddadi says it might seem like just a map, but it's not. She told Reuters the projection fosters a false impression that Africa is marginal, despite being the world's second largest continent with over 1 billion people. Such portrayals, she said, influence how Africa is seen in education, media, and policy. The African Union's support follows the Correct the Map campaign by advocacy groups Africa No Filter and Speak Up Africa, which are calling for the Mercator to be replaced by the Equal Earth projection, a modern version that reflects the true proportions of continents and countries. Maki Makura, Executive Director of Africa No Filter, described the Mercator as the world's longest misinformation campaign, saying it's time the world saw Africa as vast and central, not small and marginalized. A co-founder said the distortion impacts identity and pride, especially for children who first encountered the world through classroom maps. She said her organization is pushing for the Equal Earth map to become the standard in African schools, hoping it will also be adopted by international institutions. Haddadi said the AU's decision aligns with its mission to reclaim Africa's rightful place on the global stage and challenge the lingering effects of colonial narratives. The campaign's influence is already growing. Google Maps switched from Mercator to a 3D globe view on desktop in 2018, and the World Bank says it now uses either the Equal Earth or Winkle triple projection for its maps. The AU will lobby its 55 member states and global partners to phase out the Mercator projection, while the Correct the Map movement has formally asked the United Nations geospatial body UNGGIM to recognize Equal Earth as the new global standard. Now, did you know that this is actually how big Africa is?
To be quite honest, I hardly even picked up anything that you just said, guys.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Like,
so basically, what I said was, Africa, for the longest time, has been distorted as being one of the smaller continents, when in reality, it is actually the second largest continent, right? So you can actually fit, is it China, America, all of those in Africa at the same time. I think one of the picture actually shows that where all the other continents fit in Africa. This is how big Africa is.
Okay.
So for the longest time, there's been this misconception that Africa as a continent is actually really small. It's smaller than America, it's smaller than Europe, when in reality it is one of the second largest continents. So now people are pushing to actually represent Africa to its true size. Yeah. So you learn something new every day. But basically, this was a story from, I think, 2-3 months ago, but I think it still deserves the recognition because not all of us know how big Africa truly is.
Guess I'm smelling the coffee.
You are smelling the coffee and learning while you're at it, but nevertheless, that brings us to the end of our top stories. Now let's get into our interview with Shafa, but first, a quick ad break.
Life is unpredictable, and one needs to be protected against any eventuality. Get Santam legal access from as little as 50 Namibian dollars a month for when you find yourself in need of legal representation due to civil cases, criminal prosecution, and family matters such as divorce, child maintenance, and custody. It also covers labor disputes, disciplinary hearings, and unfair dismissal or retrenchment. With Santam Legal Access, you'll receive free legal advice on almost every legal aspect, whether the specific matter is covered by your policy or not. For true peace of mind and legal protection when you need it most, call us on 061 292 8000. Santam. This is freedom.
Yo, dear God.
Okay, the audience just heard you say, yo, dear God, why? Are you nervous? Are you scared?
She's done, stunning.
Thank you. Okay, Shafa, for those who might not know Shafa the Goat, what is the story behind the name Shafa the Goat?
Basically, the goat is just a mindset thing. Obviously, my name is Shafishuna. So it's just me, always striving to be the greatest version of myself.
Okay, the
so
greatest of all time.
Yeah, so it's like, and also God over all things.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
So it's like we always put God first and in everything that we do. And yeah, man, one day I want to be known as the greatest of all time.
Nice. Okay, I love it. So let's talk about the event Vine and Dine. Is it Vine and Dine?
Grill and Grape.
Grill and Grape.
Sessions, yeah.
Grill and Grape sessions, okay. Let's talk about it. It promises a full day of food and music from noon until 10 p.m.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the vibe that you're trying to create?
Basically just a Sunday vibe, where we give people a treat, That's usually the day that people kind of like have Kapana. Yeah, so it's kind of ideal. But then also Dolce & Gabbana being like a brand that always tries new stuff. It's something new that we're trying with the whole champagne brand and whatnot.
Okay.
But yeah, Vine and Dine is actually the distributor of the wine.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else is happening on that day? You did mention that it's a chilled vibe. We're going to be drinking. We're going to be having Kapana. What else is happening?
Well, there'll be a performance by yours truly.
Okay.
And Liz Alice as well. So she's going to DJ. She's going to be on the desks. And yeah, man. Beautiful people are going to come, Including yourself?
Including myself, of course. Let's talk and bring it back to the grill and grape session.
Yeah.
It includes a complimentary champagne bottle and a free Kapana meal,
Yeah.
like you mentioned. That's quite a unique combo. So who came up with this concept?
Myself, really.
Okay.
I just thought it would be nice to treat the people since since we're moving towards the year end, and basically this outlet is more like a thank you to most of the loyal customers and everybody that are quite in touch with either Wine and Dine or Dolce & Gabbana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to your collaboration with Les Ellis, right? How did this collaboration come to be, and what can the audience expect from your back-to-back set?
It happened quite organically, but with two people from two different spaces. She's quite a well-seasoned artist, well-rounded. She does acting, music, and all this. So I basically got her contacts, and I actually told her that I want to do music with her. And it just organically happened. You know, she's always on the go, so I mean, she kind of like initiated that we go to the studio.
Okay.
Trust me, she gives me flames. So it's like, it's quite a journey for me, and you know, I learn something new every day with her. Yeah, so.
Okay, so since you said the Kapana meal is part of the ticket, it really grounds the event in a local Namibian experience, right? How important was it for you to include the authentic street food element alongside the champagne?
I mean, that's all we got, guys. Like, if we really have to be honest, Kapana's all we got. Like, you know. So having to always, you know, break the barriers, and you know, like we literally need to put our meals in different spaces. Yeah, you know, like in different outlets and pockets and stuff like that. So it's quite important that we, you know, we're breaking barriers as you know, a street food cuisine brand type thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you see this event becoming a regular thing, or are you just going to try it out for once and then be like, okay, you know what, we tried it, it's cool, we'll bring something else next time?
It's gonna happen every Sunday.
Every Sunday?
Every Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let our pockets rest. Yo.
Trust me, it's a bargain. I think a whole bottle of champagne and a meal, I think that's quite a bargain for that price. And also being entertained by, you know, a DJ and whatnot. I think it's value for money.
Okay.
I think it's the perfect way to end the Sunday. And trust me, it's like we're setting a trend now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now people might be skeptical to say, I'm obviously not going to get Kapana with maybe, I don't know, $100. I've heard people say, oh, you get them, the Kapana is going to be like this much. Is this true, Shafa?
Not at all.
Okay.
But then the thing is, it's how much do you guys think the champagne is worth?
Okay.
How much do you guys think the DJ is worth?
Okay.
So I think it's quite a bargain, guys.
Okay.
And you'll enjoy it, trust me.
All right. So for anyone who's still on the fence, why should they grab their $250 Namibian ticket for this Sunday?
Guys, don't you deserve to be spoiled?
Wow. Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Okay, give us some more details. Give the audience a proper message as to why they should go get their tickets. And while we're at it, where is the event taking place? And of course, where can they grab their tickets?
All right. If you guys want your tickets, you guys should dial 085-720-9267. The event is at El Campo in Olympia. And the reason why you guys should come through, it's simply a treat for you. It's all about service delivery with us. And yeah, man, I think you guys know wherever we put our brand or our name on, we give you nothing but the best experiences. So please do come through.
Awesome, Shafa. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on Smell the Coffee. And we look forward to seeing you on Sunday.
All right.
All right, and that, viewers, brings us to the end of today's episode of Smell the Coffee. But fear not, we'll be back again tomorrow, same time, same place.